Hey all, welcome back to Awful Stories. I'm Matt, and make sure to leave a like and subscribe for daily videos. The first story we're going to cover is titled, I Cannot Stand My Girlfriend's Gym, Food, Beauty Influencer Fake Online Persona. This was posted to the True Off My Chest subreddit by a user named Does Any of This Matter? I met my girlfriend on Hinge about 6 months ago. Of course, people put their best photos up, and I'm always cautious. There are so many filters people use to alter their looks. No, it isn't just angles, lighting, makeup, and so on. Like people will gaslight you and say it is. Filters do magic. I'm a millennial guy, and my photos are as honest as they get. I have never been in a rush to get dates or felt the need to lie with my pictures. I've been catfished a handful of times, and meeting my current girlfriend was really no different. Her pictures look sort of like her in real life, but clearly took some creative liberties. Regardless, we hit it off, and I never brought up her profile made up of pictures from her college days. Didn't know that at the time. For the current photos, she used a slimming filter along with the beauty face slimming filter. The problem? She has a pretty massive following on TikTok and Instagram and promotes a lifestyle and positivity that's clearly made up. She makes a lot of money lying, and people eat it up. Does she go to the gym? Yes, for little clips to post. Does she only eat what she cooks in videos? Absolutely not. Most of the time, I eat them, as she hates fish, broccoli, and rice. Every single video and picture is heavily edited. Even the audio recording software brings her voice pitch up a little bit. She did a weight loss journey for a summer body last year, and she told me how she did it. She used a filter making her slightly larger and drank a ton of milk beforehand to look super bloated, then casually edited videos over time to look thin. She lost zero weight during that time, and everyone, and I mean everyone, was complimenting her in the comments. She even manufactured drama in the past for views. I got robbed and I got catcalled by the gym manager. She has like 7 videos falsely saying some guy hit on her at the gym. Not assaulted her, but like hit on her when it didn't happen. How do I know? She told me. It gets crazy engagement and views. She deletes any negative comments or ones that mention filters. I could go on and on. Maybe I'm just ranting to say, ladies and gentlemen, please stop believing what you see that influencers post. Most of it can be or is lies. I've been getting the courage to ask her to move out, but am worried how she will react. I know she will make posts online, and I fear what that may entail. But meh, such is life, I guess. Don't believe any influencer, even if they seem genuine. You literally don't know them, and you literally cannot tell who is genuine. Edit. Why have I been with her? She's a sweet and funny girl. I really love the time we spent together. She's obsessed with social media though. Anytime we have discussed it, she gets incredibly nasty and turns it into, you're just jealous because you don't have social media. I literally don't have a personal page on anything and don't care to. I hate how this is how she makes lots of money. None of it is real. A deleted user said, I don't understand why you're dating her. She doesn't sound desirable at all. To this OP said, in hindsight, I don't know what I was thinking. She's a sweet and amazing person to hang out with, and we had loads of similar interests. I guess I didn't know the extent of her online presence. I never gave a fuck. Until a recent fight. After she rubbed it in my face, I looked at her profiles, and it was something I probably should have done a long time ago. It's someone I don't know. I plan to break up this weekend when she gets back in town. The second story for today is titled, My Best Man Stole My Wife, and I think he's back to take my girlfriend. This was made in the relationship advice subreddit by a user named Dr. Anonymous. 6 years ago, I, 30M, was getting married. My best friend, 31M, Judas was my best man. I was marrying Leah, 30F. Our friend group was very close. There were 8 or 9 of us, and we always did everything together days out, game nights, holidays, etc. Anytime a friend brought another female friend into the group, Judas would end up hooking up with them, as he was genuinely funny and charismatic, which is a big part of why he's everyone's best man. But he was never a threat to our relationships because we were all such good friends. Just over a year into our marriage, Leah and I started having issues. I'm in the army, so I'm at camp during the week, returning home Friday evenings and leaving early Monday mornings. This meant we only really got weekends together, and I'd always want to spend them with the group, while she mostly wanted alone time, just the two of us, since she had seen the group during the week. This, among other things, caused a lot of arguments, and we ended up separating. While all this was going on, 2 of our friends, Judas's cousin Andrew, 29M, and his fiancée Phoebe, 29F, were 3 days away from their wedding day, Judas being his best man too, when Andrew confessed to Phoebe that he had been cheating on her with a coworker for 6 months and could not go ahead with the wedding. On what would have been their wedding day, a couple of us went to Phoebe's for drinks to take her mind off everything, and she and Judas slept together. Worst best man ever. Those two had always been very close, to be fair, but we were all very surprised to find out. They apparently drunkenly did it a few more times over the next month before deciding to end all that. While Leah and I were separated, I'd still be trying my best to resolve things and work it all out, but she was slowly getting less interested in the idea of us. I later found out this was because she was spending all her time with Judas. They had gotten into a relationship, and he was basically living in the house I was paying half the mortgage for. Worst best man ever. When I found this out, I angrily texted him, "You're dead to me." To which he replied solely with an image of the word goodbye, highlighted on a Ouija board. Naturally, Leah and I went through the whole divorce process, and she and Judas were happy in their relationship. Judas, Leah, and Andrew were all out of our little friend group. The rest of us went out to celebrate when the divorce was finalized, and Phoebe and I ended up hooking up. Fast forward to now, Phoebe and I have been in a relationship for 3 years. Leah and Judas have split. She's now with another man, and he's single. Andrew got married. He actually made it to the altar this time, and Judas was his best man. So who knows what's going to happen down the line with the worst best man and Andrew's new wife. Yesterday, I wanted to surprise Phoebe. I set off to camp early Monday morning like I always do, except I booked this week off in secret. I waited for her to go to work, then came back to decorate the bedroom with flowers, her favorite chocolates, etc. I parked my car a block away so she wouldn't know I was home. When she came home, I surprised her, but I saw she was on FaceTime. I'm 90% sure the face I saw was Judas's, but she very quickly ended the call. Early in our relationship, she drunkenly confessed to me that she thought she and Judas would have ended up together after what would have been her wedding night, and that she was sad when he called that off for Leah. So my heart sank. She told me it was just her brother on the phone, but I don't believe her. I had also surprised her with a trip to Disneyland. She's always wanted to go, in the near future, where I had planned to propose. But now I'm unsure if I should go through with this if Judas has managed to worm his way back into her life. I need help. I don't know what to do. I've been at my parents awake all night, and I'm dreading going back home to have a conversation. Do I confront her on this? Or go ahead with the planned trip and proposal and feign ignorance for a happier life? I'm sorry this is so long. I left it as short as I could. There's 6 years worth of drama I've tried to condense. This whole situation feels like a bad soap opera, but unfortunately, it's real life. And honestly, it's heartbreaking to read. The so called best man here is a total betrayal on every level. I get that he was charismatic and everyone liked him, but that does not give him a free pass to destroy friendships and relationships like that. Hooking up with your best friend's fiance, even more than once, and then moving in with her while they're still technically married, that's beyond disrespectful. What really gets me is how this guy keeps popping up in everyone's drama, like some toxic spider that just weaves webs of pain everywhere he lands. And the fact that Andrew still trusted him enough to make him his best man after all this, I mean, come on. That's either an act of extreme forgiveness or sheer obliviousness, and I'm not sure which is worse. It screams to me that Judas either never really faced consequences or that this friend group has some seriously messed up boundaries. Now, OP is stuck in this impossible position where the past is creeping right back into the present. Phoebe's confessing past feelings for Judas is like a giant flashing warning sign that you can't just ignore. Trust is not a blind leap of faith, it's earned. And if the person you're with is still tangled up emotionally or in contact with someone who broke your trust so deeply before, I'm sorry. But you have to pause and seriously reconsider everything. Confronting her might be painful, but pretending everything's okay just to keep the peace or have a happy life feels like slow for the relationship. You cannot build a future on shaky ground like this. OP deserves honesty and clarity before deciding if a proposal even makes sense. Maybe it's time to put Judas's toxicity to rest once and for all and focus on what's really right for you, not what looks good on paper or in a fairy tale dream. Captive Creator said, "What season of Friends did all this happen?" Constant Humor said, "I mean, you could always ask to see her FaceTime call list to find out who she was really talking to. Then you know who it was, and that should help you decide what to do much more clearly." But this whole group seems like a toxic, incestuous swingers group. To this, OP replied with, "This is a good point, actually, because even if she has deleted Judas from her FaceTime call list, the absence of her brother's name will be just as much proof, right?